The St. Lawrence FDR Power Project, celebrating its 60th anniversary in 2018, is a shining example of New York State's enduring commitment to clean energy and to Governor Andrew Cuomo's leadership in developing and implementing new and innovative energy technologies and programs to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, combat climate change, and drive economic growth across the Empire State.
This stone bears witness to the common purpose of two nations, whose frontiers are the frontiers of friendship, whose ways are the ways of freedom, and whose works are the works of peace.
The monument lies at the middle of the Robert Moses-Saunders Power Dam, on the international border between Messina, New York, and Cornwall, Ontario, a constant reminder of the alliance and close friendship between the United States and Canada, of how the New York Power Authority and Ontario Power Generation joined forces to build and jointly operate one of the world's largest hydroelectric power projects. An international treaty and legislation on both sides of the border paved the way for construction to begin in 1954.
Robert Moses and Robert Saunders did something quite extraordinary. They agreed on the basis of a simple handshake that all costs would be shared equally between the two countries. And week by week and month by month, accounts were done, and one side or the other was reimbursed for any excessive expenses by the other. This was an extraordinary thing, and it's possible that the project and the seaway might have been completed without that handshake, but it's hard to see how it could have been done.
And it became obvious at the outset that the two power entities would get along famously, in spite of the fact that we worked under different laws and customs. There was never an argument in the 4 years of construction of the St. Lawrence that couldn't be easily straightened out.
There was an esprit de corps, and it was absolutely mutual between the Americans and the Canadians.
When it was first opened, it was inaugurated with Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip from the Canadian side, and then Vice President Nixon from the United States side. It was and it is an international plant, and it's a fantastic partnership between the Canadians and our team on the United States side.
The province of Ontario, the state of New York, the U.S. federal government, and the federal government of Canada, all working together as either part of the Seaway or the power projects, which is all in this area here. They shared the cost of the project, they share the water, and they share the operation of the project. And they work hand in hand. I mean, they're in constant communication with their control centers and their operating centers. So if there's a problem on one side, the other side knows about it.
We share best practices, operating experience. We help each other when there are issues, and when we're successful, we share in that success together. And I think it benefits the customers of both companies, as well as the environment and people who use this waterway for recreation.
Yeah, I think it's very unique, certainly within our business. We have that opportunity to exchange ideas, to visit back and forth with one another. We do have meetings throughout the year as well. Right from the trade staff up to our senior executives. We have an annual meeting where we bring in the executives of both companies and we talk about that shared arrangement and the values and the things that we can do to enhance the relationship and run our businesses effectively as well, given the information that can be exchanged between the two utilities.
We talk about the water that's being passed down through infrastructure, the dikes, the dams, and how we maintain them is beneficial to both of us.
I'm filled with an immense source of pride. Pride in the men and women, American and Canadian, who built this facility, those who've maintained it over decades to the benefit of both countries, and to the working relationship that we have that produces this kind of a result. I really think it sets an example that the world needs more of.
When I go in the middle of our power plant, and especially when I get a chance to meet our partners from Ontario Power Gen, I feel a special bond, a special connection, because it's really one plant. There is no air gap between their plant and our plant. And I think that is the kind of relationship that we have with Ontario Power Gen, and I believe the kind of relation that we have between the United States and Canada. It's something that I innately and instantly feel when I go and meet our friends from Ontario Power Gen at that special place.
That collaboration between the two countries is exemplary, and one that hopefully can be a model for many others, but is critical and key to our ongoing success.